it's nice to meet you again. My name is Najla, Adizka, Defria, Budiarto. In this video, we will talk about things to teach about apologizing. We have to know that every action has rules, which we should follow, including apologizing. So, in this video, I will tell you guys those rules. In some cultures, it is impolite to give a reason why something happened, as this can be seen like you're giving reasons instead of apologizing. Generally, in English, not giving a reason why something happened shows that you cannot be bothered to explain. This will lead to conversations like, "Sorry, I'm late," and then continued by, "Well, where were you?" But because of cultures and lack of language, some people think that giving a reason while apologizing is a common thing to do, not knowing that it might offend other people. The worst thing is they won't know that they have offended people by giving a reason while apologizing, because once again, it will make you look like you're just giving reason instead of apologizing. In conclusion, there are some cultures which allow you to give a reason while apologizing, but there are also some cultures which don't allow you to do it because it might be offending for other people. A general pattern for a standard apology in English is: first, apology, for an example, "I'm sorry." Second, reason, for an example, "I missed the bus." And last, a promise of future actions and will to do that promise. For an example, "I'll make sure to not miss it next time." In some languages, it is useful to repeat your actual apology word. You can run up to your friend while saying, "Sorry, sorry, sorry." This almost sounds comical in English, but the usual rules of repeating yourself as little as possible in English also apply to apologizing. For an example, you're coming late to a meeting. You will say, "Sorry, I do apologize. You must have been waiting for ages. I'll make sure to make it up to you." And then at the end of the meeting, you will say once again, "Sorry for keeping you waiting." Many people use "so" and "very," and doing the topic of apologize is a good chance to show that there are subtle differences. In this case, "so" is almost always stressed and has the same impact as "I'm very sorry," and much more than "I'm very sorry." Which words you stress can have a big impact on the meaning and the strength of apologize. Doing apologize is a good chance for you to tackle words you should emphasize. For an example, "I'm sorry" and "I am sorry." You don't use emphasis on "I am." Stressing every single word with the intonation is flat can make you sound sarcastic. Intonations can be usefully tied to apologize because it has more impact here than any other situations. For example, "I'm so sorry" can make you sound like you don't really mean it. That is why you should use the proper intonation while apologizing. In some cultures, people apologizing tend to keep their eyes down to show contrition, but there are also other cultures that don't allow you to look down while apologizing because it will make people assume that your reason is just a lie. You can say, "I'm confident that," but "I'm afraid I haven't" is the much more natural English phrase that students tend to avoid. One difference between "I'm sorry to hear that" and "I'm sorry to hear that," the first one is used when receiving bad news, and the second one means "I wish he had not told me," but this is rarely used. People tend to misuse this verb in apologize. The most common mistake is using it for a normal apologize in conversation, while in English, it is very formal and usually in present form. This is mainly used to get someone's attention and asking to get past. There are exceptions like British people saying "sorry" to get past on the underground. A use of pardon me that students are hardly ever familiar with is after you burp. I beg your pardon is used in similar circumstances. Sometimes saying apologize all the time in any kinds of context can make people misunderstand your intention. But also, if you never say apologize in some phrases like I disagree can also annoy people around you. Many people apologize without that statement being taken as an acceptance of having done something wrong. Or in cases like companies, apologizing is like an admonition when the customers sue or threatens. Students often overly formal and old-fashioned. For example, using written forms I regret when speaking. You can use slang words like whoops, sorry, or yikes while apologizing.